It's the return of me. Not the version of me that stumbled through life blindfolded by bitterness, but the version I fought like hell to become. This is my fight back. This is me reclaiming what was always mine. Not out of greed, not out of revenge, but out of purpose. Because I belong. I always have. And now I remember that. From the moment I took my first breath, pain had a seat at my table. My journey didn't start with triumph. It started with shadows. I grew up on the edges of everything. Love, hope, even my own identity. I walked a path so dark, I almost forgot what light looked like. I drank, not to celebrate, but to escape. Escape the voices, the past, the guilt. Until my liver gave out a warning louder than any scream. Until the people who once loved me were gone, scattered like ash in the wind. I threw them away. I pushed them away. And in my most bitter hours, I blamed them for the fire I set myself. Rage lived in me, and that rage consumed everything until the day I almost drowned. Drowned in water, drowned in regret. Staring up at the sky from beneath the waves, I saw it, clearer than I ever had before. It wasn't them, it was me. And somehow, I didn't die. I rose. I stood up, shaking, broken, but alive. I started walking. No destination, just steps. And in those steps, I saw beauty, laughter in a child's voice, love in an old couple's wrinkled hands, peace in a sky so blue it felt like grace. I knew in that moment I had to change. So I did the unthinkable. I asked for help. I opened up. I sat across from strangers in therapy rooms and bared my soul. I didn't lie. I didn't hide. I broke myself open and let the light in. I got into the community. I gave back, not because I was healed, but because I knew the pain of being forgotten. I shared my story with trembling hands, and the world, it reached back. I met her, a woman who didn't see the broken man. She saw the man trying to be whole again, and she loved me, not because I was perfect, but because I was honest. Piece by piece, I started putting myself together. The cracks are still there. Some wounds never fully heal, but I've learned that broken doesn't mean worthless. Each scar is a chapter, each setback, a teacher, each small step forward, a triumph. I now wake up and look in the mirror, not to judge, but to recognize the warrior staring back. And I smile, not a forced smile, but one that says, I made it through, and I'm still going. I may never be whole in the way the world defines it, but I am better, I am braver, I am back. Not for applause, not for approval, but for me, because I deserve a life I don't need to run from. This is my return. This is my redemption. And if you're listening, I promise this, no matter how far you fall, you can rise. And when you do, the view is breathtaking.